Thank you very much. Let me first say amen to all of the previous statements and maybe offer some slightly more personal welcoming words. I'm Bill Sherman. I served as Martin Roth's head of research and then director of collections during his years at the Victoria and Albert Museum. I'm now director of the Warburg Institute, founded here in Germany by the pioneering art historian Aby Warburg, and based in London since 1933 as an international center for studying the migration of images and ideas across time and space. Just this week, I'm happy to say, we received confirmation of a very generous grant from the German Federal Ministry of Education and Research in a project that you will hear about this afternoon, and it will help the Warburg, I promise, to remain a beacon of Anglo-German cooperation, whatever happens with Brexit. Now, it's a rare privilege to share the podium with so many leading figures from the cultural and political worlds. And it's a great pleasure to add my words of welcome to this extraordinary symposium, which promises to be not just a fitting tribute to the work of Martin Roth, but a much-needed reflection on the role of culture in addressing the many pressing issues, including Brexit, that confront us today. Now, when I spoke alongside Ulrich Rolf at Martin's funeral last summer, a little under a year ago, I recollected how much of our time together seemed to be spent around tables. The table in Martin's office, covered with piles of books and never less than 2 mobile phones, sometimes more. The tables in the V&A's boardroom or director's meeting room, where we had the endless meetings that Martin always seemed to hate. The tables in cafes and restaurants where Martin always mixed with exemplary flair, business and pleasure. But being here today reminds me that Martin may have been happiest when in a big room filled with people coming from different backgrounds and holding different opinions, many of whom, like him, had made difficult journeys, sometimes impossible journeys, to join the conversation. So on behalf of our colleagues at the V&A and on behalf of my fellow members in the advisory group who put this program together, let me again thank everyone who's made tremendous efforts to join us for this 2-day symposium on the key questions raised by the legacy of Martin Roth. I have to single out Andreas Gergen, who at the Federal Foreign Ministry provided much help of every kind and much heartfelt assistance. So particular thanks to Andreas. There were inevitably, as we've already heard, many people who were not able to join us who sent their regrets. And I'd like to share just one message that we received from one of the many people frustrated by the need to be somewhere else. A few weeks ago, the V&A announced that the architects Diller, Scofidio, and Renfro had won the competition to build the V&A's new open access collection center on the site of the 2012 Olympics in East London. Liz Diller had very much wanted to be here today, personally to reflect on this project, which promised to deliver so much of what Martin wanted, not just from the V&A, but from the Museum of the Future. She said, "This unsentimental, idea-driven approach to remembering Martin, I think, is beautiful. My time with him was intermittent and intense, and I'm so grateful that our paths kept crossing, without which there would have been no groundwork for our new partnership with the V&A. I would love," she says, "to honor that past with others touched by his intellect. It looks like a great lineup." And I couldn't agree more. We are honored by, and I think even a little in awe of, the group of people who have agreed to come and speak. So thank you again to everyone who's here in person and also to everyone who's here in spirit. And I look forward to a stimulating and productive symposium. Thank you.